Hi, everybody. So today is the first Saturday of the month, and we are here to do the Movie Nerds Club. We've been doing the second Saturday for 2 months in a row because of the holidays, but now we're back doing the first Saturday. So hope you're all having a great weekend. And today is very interesting. We're talking about our favorite book adaptations. And I decided to take it even a step further and do my favorite. I decided to take it a step further and do movies that I think are better than their books. So it's not only my favorite book adaptations, but ones that actually elevate the material and I think improve upon it. And I would give an honorable mention to Perks of Being a Wallflower. This is really interesting because the book was then adapted by the author, Stephen Chbosky, and then who then directed it. And I can't think of that many instances where that would be the case, where the writer of the book then adapted the screenplay and then directed the movie. So I love that movie so much. I love the whole message of the movie with we accept the love we think we deserve, and the spirit of friendship in it, and just all the 90s nostalgia. I just love that movie. So that's my honorable mention. And the book is good, but it's written in the form of letters, which is one of my least favorite ways to write a book. And it's just not as compelling, I don't think, as the movie with the plot. He definitely improved it from one spot to the other. Anyway, so that's my honorable mention. But my picks for the movies that are better than the book, we start with The Sound of Music. And The Sound of Music is really interesting because I feel like every step along the way they improved it. When they took it from book to musical to stage musical, they improved it, because the book is a snooze. It is just not interesting at all. There's no excitement. It's just so dry. Marie Van Trapp writing about her life, and I just did not like it all. And then they took it and made it into a musical, and then the musical was then adapted into the movie. And when they adapted the movie, they got rid of a couple songs that didn't work. They moved things around. They changed things around. They added some new songs. They made it way better. The the movie is way better than the stage musical. So that's an interesting situation. So especially if you read the book is a snooze. You watch the movie, it's so good. So that's my number one. Then my second is Far from the Maddening Crowd. So I haven't seen the one from the 1960s with Julie Christie. I heard it's really good. But the one that I like is the one from 2015, starring Carey Mulligan as Bathsheba Everdeen. And she's such a strong, dynamic character in that, and she has so much personality. And the book spends so much time on discussing all of the problems of the town and the politics of the day and everything. And I'm sure that was really compelling back then, but as a reader now, it's just really boring, and I want to get back to the characters. You have Matthias Schoenhardt in this as Gabriel, and they have such a lovely chemistry and a bond. It's so beautifully filmed. The music is great. I think it's very underrated in my opinion. And I just didn't really like the book very much. It was very slow, and I don't know, I didn't think the characters were as good. And we read it for my book club because I had enjoyed the movie so much, and nobody in my book club liked it very much. So, and I'm usually a fan of the classics, so I expected to like it. But there we go. So the next on my pick is The Princess Bride. And I really enjoy The Princess Bride. I think it's really clever. It has great action, and it has a wit to it that's very enjoyable. It's kind of your classic sword buckling adventure story with pirates and giants, and very fun. The book in the movie they are constantly interrupting the story with the Fred Savage and Peter Falk, and that works in the movie I think pretty well, and they get some humor on it. In the book, it's the author interrupting William Golding, and he had also adapted this, so kind of like Stephen Chbosky, but it was so annoying to me every time that he interrupted the story. with his little commentary on whatever was happening. And it just worked so much better for me in the movie when it was the little boy and there was like a little bit of humor and it was just used a little bit. It was a lot in the book and it just really annoyed me. So I thought the movie was way better. Next, I have Mary Poppins. Now, Mary Poppins is, one of the most praised films of all time, certainly one of the most praised family films of all time. And Walt Disney had to really fight to get it made. And P.L. Travers, she didn't want it to get made. She hated it, that it was going to be Disneyfied. But in my opinion, it's a significant upgrade from her book. Her book is basically Mary Poppins lecturing these kids for the entire book. It doesn't have any whimsy. It's not fun at all. And so I think she should be thanking Walt Disney for making her story so much better. Obviously, she's entitled to her opinion, but in my opinion, I just thought the book was not good. I didn't enjoy it at all. And so I think the movie's way better. Finally, I have probably a hot take, but I have Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This is actually my favorite Harry Potter movie. I really, really enjoy it because I think it's one of the first Harry Potter movies to have like a real villain that's not a defense against the arts teacher, that's not kind of disposable. This is somebody who is going to make havoc on their life with Umbridge. I really liked Dumbledore's army. I think that's really good. And you get to see a whole new side of Harry being a leader and being strong. And most of the Harry Potter books, they're only talking about Voldemort. You don't actually get to see until this movie. And so I think it's strong that way as far as actually like having a real antagonist, which is a problem in the other movies, in the earlier movies. The biggest difference between the book, because the book is way longer, but the book is so much of Harry being an insufferable, whiny teenage brat. And I just grew really tired of that. It is one of my least favorite, the sort of sullen, angsty teen that you have. And he had reasons to be, but it was just so much of it. And they cut that way down in the movie. And I think that is for its great benefit. And you actually get to see Harry being a good leader and being kind and helping people. I just think it's much better. You still get some of that antagonism, you still get some of that angst, but it's just way less than the book. And so in my opinion, it's a big upgrade. So I know that's a hot take. So there you go. That is my 5 movies that I think are better than their books. So it'd be really interesting to see what my fellow Movie Nerds Club members have to say for their favorite book adaptations. I'm sensing there's probably going to be a lot of Lord of the Rings going on, which I fully support. So it'll be a lot of fun to see what they have to say. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please make sure to check out all of their videos. It's going to be a lot of fun. And please leave your comments and to check out the merch store and the Patreon group. I would really appreciate it. And I have my Goodreads down. If you want to check out some of my thoughts on books that I've been reading, I would appreciate that too. And thanks so much, everybody. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.